Hi everybody, I'm Ryan. Today we're going to talk about the Pioneer metagame. What decks are popular, what decks are best, and what decks are performing best at the top levels. I do want to put a little caveat on this. The overall data is taken from 5-0s in leagues, 4-0s and 3-1s in prelims, and from top 32s in challenges. So this is technically a winner's metagame, but that probably justifies the data even more. Let's jump into it. As you can see, the most popular deck by a pretty huge margin is Nykthos Midrange. This is possibly because people are prepping for the RC, and better players enjoy playing really interactive decks. Could also be because people are punishing other people from being really cute, because Aftermath just came out, March of the Machine wasn't that far back, and again, people are testing for the RC. The second most popular deck is Nykthos Ramp, actually getting a few things from March of the Machine. And the third most popular deck is It Indomitable Creativity. Let's talk about these three decks. First off, Nykthos Midrange is exactly what you think it is. It abuses Fable of the Mirror Breaker, Shield Druid, removal spells, Blood Tithe Harvester. It is an extremely powerful deck. Extremely efficient. All the creatures do a little bit more than surface value. You're able to play Thought Seizes to stop your opponent's plan while you do your plan and to punish mulligans. And it has 1-for-1 removal. Obviously, it's not doing anything overpowered, but it's extremely consistent and leads to a lot of decisions, so better players do well with it. The second most popular deck is Nykthos Ramp, also known as Mono Green Devotion. What it does is it plays a bunch of mana ramp in Mana Dorks and Wolfwillow Haven, and then plays green creatures with a lot of green pips on it, like Pelucranos or Old Growth Troll or Cavalier of Thorns, and then uses that mana, often in tandem with Kiora, to produce a ridiculous amount of mana and cast even more of those creatures and cast like Storm the Festivals. And then if you also have a Karn out, then there's a few infinite combos. It's kind of like a puzzle sometimes that end up either milling you out or killing you outright or giving you infinite Planeswalker activations or whatever. What makes this deck specifically good is it is extremely resilient and very good at what it does. And if you don't answer what's happening on the board, it will kill you with any reasonable or keepable hand. The third most popular deck, and this is kind of like a new face to the scene a little bit. This deck's existed in obscurity for a little bit, but breaking into the top three, especially in one of these metagame videos, is pretty huge for this deck. So essentially what it does is it uses sort of Reduke's Shell in creativity, but instead of combo killing, it plays Magma Opus, which is a massive mana instant that deals a bunch of damage, makes a 4/4, draws some cards. If you cast it, it'll put you way ahead in the game and it's kind of just over. And then plays Torrential Gear Hulk. And so it has the shell, it can creativity and whatnot, but the idea is to put Magma Opus in the graveyard, and then creativity into Torrential Gear Hulk, and you can also just naturally draw Torrential Gear Hulk to cast Magma Opus out of your graveyard, and put yourself wildly ahead in the game and kind of just win. This deck might be the next big thing, it really could be. I've lost to it quite a few times online already, but it's taken that very strong creativity shell and making it even better, not having to rely on a combo kill. And I'm excited about that deck's future. Now, when we look at the top 8 meta, normally it matters a little bit more. Unfortunately, this past weekend, there were a couple surprise downtimes trying to fix something to do with sealed product not opening, which stopped one of the Pioneer challenges, which makes me sad. So we only have data for one Pioneer challenge, so, take this with a grain of salt. The most popular deck, again, being Nykthos Midrange, very obviously, like, it is most popular and very successful. But again, there's not a lot we can take away from this data specifically. So I'll do it again in a few weeks and see what happens. But if you like this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. Check me out on social medias. Links are above me and in the description. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.